G'day Internet, if you're new here, my name is Rick and I'm an artist living on the eastern coast of Australia. You'll find most of my videos are experimenting with mediums and techniques and just general improvement of my art. Currently my goal is trying to get to 500 subscribers, so if you'd like to subscribe, please do so. And for those that have already subscribed, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. For this particular project, I used a watercolour pencils for the outline, and then I used watercolours as a base layer to kill the white. In hindsight, it's probably unnecessary since I'm going to cover it in gouache later on. I have a collection of gouache in two different brands. One's Art Spectrum, which is an Australian brand, and the other is Winsor & Newton. I also use pre-mixed paint from a previous painting. I'm not a big fan of wasting paint, so I store my unused gouache into ceramic dishes and I use them later on when I need that particular colour. I had a problem with the pages of the sketchbook not staying flat when I was painting, so I taped the corners down with masking tape, as you can see in this shot. This seemed to have solved the problem. Gouache is still a medium that I'm trying to understand. I do find it enjoyable as I experiment. Sometimes I have expectations that don't come about, but that's all part of the learning process. In this particular project, I was happy how the jacket turned out, and I liked how the shadows and the highlight worked together. Now it's time to tackle the face, which I was a bit apprehensive at first, but I threw caution to the wind and dove in. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. These small projects are just for learning purposes. When I was applying the gouache for the face, I thought I may have gone a little bit dark, but I realised it was due to the whiteness of the page and I hadn't added the hair colour or the background, which you'll see later on. I use coloured pencils for the more trickier parts like the eye and the brow details, because I think if I tried painting them at this small size, I think I would have messed it up. I was a little disappointed how patchy the face looked. Perhaps it was the brush I was using or applying the paint. In future I might try a flat brush instead. So I used coloured pencils to help smooth out the patches and it worked relatively well. Time for the background. I made sure I mixed up enough paint and began to layer in the first pass, and decided to add another layer as it wasn't smooth enough for my liking. It was a little bit patchy and it didn't really harmonise with the subject. Overall, it was a good learning experience and well worth the effort. If you like watching these videos, you may like to look at another similar video, which I'll provide in the link. And the best way to keep up with the projects I'm doing, just hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified when I upload the next video.